I heard Bitcoin was a good investment, so I put 60% of my net worth into it, and it's now down 20% in 1 month. So, as I cry myself to sleep inwardly, I now have to vacuum my hair with a 1980s infomercial device. I would like to now speak about my Bitcoin journey so far. It's been great. So as this asshole vacuums my head with a Floby device, which is now available through my affiliate links down below, I just want to talk a bit about my journey through investing and how I'm in Bitcoin and why. Back in the day, I was making YouTube money and I started investing. At one point, I had quite a bit of money in my checking account like a moron, like $180,000 or something. And even the clerk was like, every time I'd make a transaction, she was like, you want to do something with that? We can help you. And so I did get help one day, and he suggested mutual funds, and I started doing that, just slow dripping it. I put all of it in, and then every 2 weeks, it was like $1,000 went into mutual funds, no matter what the cost. I remember my teacher in high school told me that if you just invest dollar cost average mutual funds, you'll be a millionaire. I never listened to him until I was way too late. I'm already expired. But like I started doing that and I was making decent money, maybe like $12,000 a year doing that. But then 2020 happened and a lot of things went haywire in our world. And I don't know if you remember the whole trucker rally stuff that happened in Canada. At that point, our good old buddy Trudeau Castro melted our lives, and he was like freezing Canadians' bank accounts at that point. I didn't know the government had that kind of power, and I was like, holy shit, I do not like the direction we're headed here. I am withdrawing everything I have from the banks, no thank you. So I got out of all mutual funds. I was like, nope, I'm going to gold and silver, screw you guys. And so I did that, gold and silver only. And does it grow? Are you gonna get rich? No. I've watched many debates. There's this guy, Peter Schiff. He's always debating Bitcoiners and other people about gold versus Bitcoin. And he's like, gold is the best, it's holds your value. He only holds ever like 5 to 10% of his whole shit into gold. So like, even though he's arguing for gold, he never puts much into it. He's always investing in other things that will actually help you. But I was scared, and I just went into something I knew would be safe. It's in the Bible, just all gold and silver out there. So I was like, let's just go there. We'll think of something else after. Little did I know that something else would happen to be Bitcoin. So I'm listening to this show that my buddies stopped doing. It was the Great Awakening podcast, and it was really good. They were just like going through the news, like, this is what's happening in our times. This is crazy. And Jay Griff was like one of them. Aaron Apke and Jay Griff. Fantastic team, just brilliant boys, good-hearted men, high vibe, smart. And he's a financial advisor, Jay Griff. Like, he studied the markets like crazy. He's a multi-millionaire. Like, he knows what he's talking about. And they made an episode one day talking about Bitcoin, how it's like, this is still early. Get in now. Like, are you crazy? You have no idea. This is our way. All your grandfathers, they got in on something early, and this is our chance. Bitcoin is the truth. It's a finite supply, 21 million coins only. Fiat dollar is declining. You can't tamper with it. It's digital money. It's freedom money. The government can't steal it. You have no idea how high it's gonna go. So I was like, all right, that might be it. And then my buddy on Facebook, my best friend in high school's father, long story short, me and Jay were good friends in high school. He moved away. And then I ran into his father one time at this vegan festival, and I had just started my vegan YouTube channel, and I was like, oh man, you're vegan too. And so like we hung out for a bit and we became friends, and he kept telling me like, go into Bitcoin. So based on his advice, because he knows what he's talking about, I always get financial advice from him. He's invested in many different things and he's very balanced. He's not all in on Bitcoin like I am. And then from Jay Griff also saying it, and I was like, okay, it's time. That's my third thing. I wanted it gold, silver, Bitcoin. And then Robert Kiyosaki was like, gold, silver, Bitcoin. I'm like, okay, I don't know, man. I'm weary. I'm scared of Bitcoin. It's digital. What even is it? Why is it worth anything? It shouldn't be. It's digital bits that make no sense. It's just like you're guessing a number, and it's really hard to guess, and you need a lot of computing power, and because it uses energy, it's worth something somehow. Like, well, okay, whatever, but like it works as a money supply, and it's been rising faster than most things. So I'm like, all right, you could do worse. So I got in about 7 to 8 months ago. Now, as you can see from this chart, this is where I got in. It was roughly 90,000 Canadian. I'm sorry if you're used to the American dollars, I'll try to convert it. So I start buying in hard at 90,000, and then immediately within a couple weeks, it dips down to like 70,000. I'm like, I just lost $40,000. Oh boy. But I was like, don't panic, just ride the waves. I bought the dips, and then it kept doing that for like several months. It would dip down to 79 and then back up to 90, and then every time it would dip around 79-ish, I would buy those dips. Now when it came to about the 5th dip, over like 6 months, whatever it was, I was like getting sick of these dips, losing motivation. I was like, man, this is starting to suck. So I stopped buying the dips for a little bit and bought some more gold, and I was like, okay, we're just hovering here for a bit, and then it skyrocketed. I was like, holy shit. It just went up and up and up. So like I'm buying around 90 to 79K. It shoots up to 150K per Bitcoin. And I was like, I think I just made $150,000 in 7 months doing this. This is the best. Bitcoin for life. And so I buy more. I'm buying more, it's like 50,000, like selling silver off, buying more Bitcoin. Now I'm in hard cash here. We're big on Bitcoin. Like, I respect people who are like all in Bitcoin. I'm almost there. I'm basically there with you. And if the ship crumbles, I'm okay with it. It's only money. It is what it is, man. I can get by on very little. I don't need much. It's fun to see the skyrocket rises, and it hurts like hell when it crashes, but it's okay. It's just money. If I have to lose it all, whatever, I can build from scratch. I'm in a junior 1 bedroom here. It's like, okay, we stay here for a while. I don't need much. I don't have expensive tastes. So that brings us to this month where we were shooting high at about 151,000 per coin, and it has dropped to as low as 113,000. And it's pain. It's pure pain and misery, but this is the way. This is the way Bitcoin is. It's volatile as heck. It can swing 10 to 20% in one day. Most things don't do that. But pretty much everything is down right now. Like, our world is crashing. We all know it. Nothing about what we do is sustainable. Obviously, big things are coming to change. And I listen to certain astrologers, and they're like, it's going to be hell for a bit. 2027 is when we come out of it, and our new world is like awakening, and we're all working together, and we're hugging. There's fun times ahead. But like, what kind of hell do we have to wade through the swamp? Are there alligators? Bitcoinigators? The only thing that isn't down right now is gold and silver. So like, those are the safest, but they're also like the slowest growing. They're not gonna make you rich, but like, Bitcoin will make you rich or bankrupt your business. It'll do one or two. Like, it might be like the best thing ever, and who knows, like, it could skyrocket again soon, and I'm waiting for that, and I'm expecting it to happen, and I'm buying more. I just bought some more. Like, not long ago, I bought one of these dips, and I'm just waiting for more transfers to go through, and I'm gonna buy more, and we'll see what happens. But like, I'm in Bitcoin. I believe it, although I doubt it really hard all the time. But like, what else is there, man? I don't trust the stocks. I don't believe in anyone. Jay Griff, I remember him saying, Tesla is my biggest holder right now. How are they doing? Not good. They're crashing even harder than Bitcoin is. And I don't know that anything will survive right now, but a lot of things, like everyone was in Nvidia and they're like, oh, this is the best stock ever. How's that doing? Oh, it's actually doing pretty good. There was a bit where it was like rising, and then it crash. So who knows, man? It's a gamble. Everything is a gamble. I believe in Bitcoin. I don't like any other altcoins. The only other one that I hear is XRP, and they're just like, it's always a battle. People are like, oh, you Bitcoin maxis, and XRP is the truth. It's way better. It debunks Bitcoin, but it's not the same. I don't trust that Ripple company. They're talking to get digital currencies with banks. There's too much going on there. You could own both if you wanted, but I don't like altcoins. I just think Bitcoin is fun and good, and it could be not crashing to zero anytime soon, and whatever. So that's my Bitcoin journey. It's been up and down hell. Right now we're in hell, but eventually we'll be like, oh my God, I made $3 million. And then, oh, I lost it all. It is what it is, but let me know what kind of pain you've been through, or did you buy in so early? I remember there was a guy from high school and he was like Bitcoin mining at that time when it was early, like we're talking 2005, like he's probably a multi-trillionaire. That's all we know. Can I borrow $7? Please, sir. I'll clean your shoes. So I vacuum my hair now, not out of necessity, but out of the pure joy of it. I don't need to do it. You need to thumb this video up. That's what you need to do. It's not surprising that your volatility of the thumbs up swung to the negative. But the reason you're doing it is because you invested in only altcoins. Wow. Sounds like a failure waiting to happen. Those aren't a thing. This whole digital currency world, it's frightening at best. You freaks with your Solana. I have Ethereum. These are just digital bullshit. Get a haircut, loser. After you subscribe for more videos.